Well, you ask and you shall receive. Boys, huge news. This morning, 10 hours ago, HSR just announced version 4.0 delay and compensation. But either way, I'm gonna go over all this. There's also 4.0 teasers. There's a lot to talk about. Let's just start getting into this thing, man. So if you don't know, literally one day ago, I posted this video. I'm sad because frankly, I'm sad. And in this video, I kind of go over my concerns with Honkai Star Rail. And at one point, I literally say, I'm going to be honest, I think most games, if they were in the situation Hoyoverse is right now, where they had to delay one of their big update patches by an extra 2 weeks, would probably give compensation. Will we see any compensation from Hoyo? Probably not. There will probably be none. And like I said, they probably won't address anything. I'm convinced. They watched that video. They said, El Bozo, Kekvin, we finna go and prove you wrong. Because they literally went and did just that. And this morning, they gave 1,000 stellar jades and 10 fuel to everybody in their mailbox, which you can go today and claim this now like I just did. Which, side note, by the way, I have a ludicrous amount of summons for Dahlia. And considering we have 8 weeks, holy moly, I'm finna go all out for this character. I have 154. Sheesh. But either way, I felt like this was a very necessary post for HSR to put out. A lot of people, I read this, I feel like a lot in my comment section yesterday. I was a little irritated because some people on this video were like justifying them not saying anything because of like China and they might be restricted on what they can say, which I feel like was a silly justification because all I was really asking for in this video was for them to like make some sort of post with either compensation or just acknowledging that 4.0 was delayed, which they hadn't done up until this point. I really just wasn't a fan of this post right here, where they kind of make it look silly and fun and call it a special duration. I just wasn't a fan of this. I just think it was kind of a silly way to announce it. It might be a little bit nitpicky, but I'm really happy with what they did here. I think this is the perfect way to give compensation for the players. I feel like as a player, this is all you can really ask for. And I think this is quite literally the perfect response. I think everybody should be universally happy about this. And yeah, let's go over a bit of what this is, because they also give some very, very cool 4.0 teasers in this as well. So they say, currently the Express crew is constantly working on version 4.0's game content. As much, we've extended the duration of version 3.8 in hopes to give Trailblazers a better experience in 4.0 in the next world of Plan Arcadia. So they are just completely changing the region then. Okay, so yeah, no, we were right. The last one is just getting completely ditched and it's getting renamed, everything. But it still seems to have like the general theme of elation from what we see, as you can see the elation symbol here. But either way, let's go over all three of these images here. The first one, we got 6 silhouettes of different characters, and I assume these are going to be all the upcoming ones. And when I saw this, oh, I got so hyped because a lot of these are my favorite characters. Let's go from left to right. So first up, well, I don't think there is much question as to who this is. If this is anybody but my favorite character in the game, I'm gonna tweak out. This is Sparkle. Elation is saved. Make her a new form. Yes, please, man. Oh my gosh, yes. Next up, this one I wasn't too sure on. This doesn't really represent any character I've seen in the game. They got like some sort of flower on their head. It looks like they have some sort of wings. Maybe like, I think that might be a ponytail. I feel like this silhouette's really hard to tell. They look like a bird person with all the wings and flowers and whatnot. But that one, it's really hard for me to pinpoint. I don't think this really represents anybody's hair in the game. I don't think there's anybody who really looks like that at all. Although I don't know. No, I don't think so. Yeah, this character, I don't have any idea on, but I'd love to hear some of your theories down in the comments below. Next one, I don't think this is really too hard to guess. I wonder who this could be. Bro, they didn't even change his pose. That's gonna be our boy Blade, and I believe he may or may not be getting a new form in the next update, which is absolute cinema. Next up was this kind of top hat, Boot Hill looking character. At first glance, I said, oh, this is obviously Boot Hill. That was my first glance at this character. I went, oh, this has to be him. Maybe it is just the hat that's doing it for me. But after second glance, I don't know, because the hairstyle is completely different, right? He doesn't have those like, oh no, I guess he does have those parts that go out. It could be Boot Hill. But I feel like, I'm not sure. I feel like the hair is a little bit different. And also the hat's completely different too. The hat's entirely different. And I'm sorry, I forgot about the hat. But they could have just given him a new hat. They could have just given bro a new hat. So my most likely guess is Boot Hill. But that definitely could be another character. Next one. Who could this be? Truly, it's Silverwolf. Yeah, this is Silverwolf right here. Big dubs. Everybody is excited for a new Silverwolf form. One of the most truly beloved characters in this game, I think by a majority of the fan base. And we haven't seen her since freaking like 1.2 in terms of like viability. Actually, no, she got some buffs recently. Those help. But yeah, man, she's such a fun character. I love that they're making a new form for her. Or at least that's my hope. And then last up, at first glance, I thought this was Fei Zhao. This just looks like the Fei Zhao model, but it's maybe a little too skinny. Yeah, first glance, I thought definitely Fei Zhao. Definitely Fei Zhao. But the thing is, the ears are completely different. And I don't think Fei Zhao tore off her ears and planted new ones there. So that makes me doubt it's her. Also, I don't think she has the ponytail either. So it's probably not Fei Zhao. But there's a really good theory around that I saw on the Twitter post. People are theorizing that this could be Sakura Miko, which is a really interesting theory. And honestly, I think is probably the most likely one. If you don't know, this is an HI3 character. A lot of the HSR characters are based on HI3 characters. And this silhouette and the ears connected to it look awfully close to Sakura Miko, man. They look really close. They're like nearly identical. So I really do think it's her. I do. And if so, hey, for all HI3 players, that's hype. I personally haven't played the game, but I'm happy for everybody who gets to see another one of their favorite characters in the game, if it is her. Either way, though, cinema character silhouettes. Next image was, I assume this is maybe the Ion of Elation, probably. This kind of gives like heavy Penacony vibes, but I also see those like little drones in the air. So I'm going to assume this is Arcadia. Maybe they reuse some assets from Penacony, who knows? But it looks like Trailblazer is going to have a long journey in dealing with the Aeon of Laughter and Games, which is probably my favorite one in the game, to be honest. But yeah, not too much to note about this photo here. But the last one was a little bit more interesting. This is Eurilo 6. I didn't think we'd come back here, but I guess in the latest update, we may be coming back to this region, but it looks a little new. There looks to be like some fighting game bar type thing. Like, look at that. Cocolia. There's a Cocolia, whatever these are called, and a pom-pom one too. The freaking trains are running through the sky. I don't know what's happening in Eurilo 6, but I feel like there's going to be some fighting game thing. Because these little HP bars remind me of like the HP bar in like a Street Fighter game, or like oh my goodness, any fighting game you can think of. This is what those HP bars remind me of. There's also like a festival going on. There's actually a train in Eurilo 6. There's like this 10T thing. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a scoreboard to keep score of something. But it looks like we're going back to Eurilo 6 for what seems to be some sort of festival. Probably a fighting game festival, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm all here for. Arcade fighting game. That sounds cinema to me. Imagine all the characters get like their own 2D graphics and they throw up like kicks and punches against each other. Oh my gosh, that'd be so sick. Maybe that's a bit of a pipe dream, but I hope it comes true. Either way, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all are looking forward to the future of this game. I think this was a great post just for the future of the game. As somebody who was really disappointed by everything that's come out recently, I think this gave me a lot more hope. I love what I'm seeing here. And yeah, let's give them some time to cook, man. That's gonna be all for me, boys. Peace.